Well, I didn't know it was a felony at the time either, you know,
Uh-huh.
so like it gave me like 3 to 7 years, you know, like.
In the 1970s, Johnny Rodriguez's smooth voice and electrifying stage presence made him a country music sensation. But after a string of chart-topping hits, he seemed to vanish from the spotlight. Could his disappearance be tied to personal struggles? Join us as we uncover the story of what happened to Johnny Rodriguez. Johnny's rise from humble beginnings to stardom inspired countless people. Yet, as the years went by, his name faded from the spotlight. But is that the whole story? Let's find out. A life beyond the spotlight. Johnny Rodriguez's life has been just as vibrant and bustling as his music. Although his professional life is frequently under scrutiny by the public, his personal life depicts a tale of love, strength, and the pursuit of harmony away from the limelight. Throughout his life, Johnny has gone through the ups and downs of relationships, finding happiness in his family and dealing with the difficulties that come with being famous. Johnny's first marriage was with Linda Diane Patterson, a flight attendant from Conyers, Georgia. The pair crossed paths at the peak of Johnny's early fame, as he was mesmerizing crowds with his emotional singing and innovative songs. Their connection symbolized a more optimistic period in Johnny's life, but as with most quickly intense love stories, it was not permanent. Johnny experienced another notable event in his personal life in 1995 by tying the knot with Lana Nelson, the daughter of famous country singer Willie Nelson. The connection between two iconic names in country music drew considerable attention from both fans and the media. Nevertheless, the marriage was brief, lasting just 7 months. Even though their relationship was short, Johnny and Lana's time together contributed to the depth of his personal narrative. Johnny's longest-lasting relationship started in 1998, when he tied the knot with Debbie McNeely, who owned a hair salon in San Marcos, Texas. Debbie provided Johnny with stability and warmth when he was seeking to reconnect with his roots. Johnny felt immense pride and joy at becoming a father when his daughter Aubrey Ray Rodriguez was born in April 1998. Aubrey's coming signified a fresh start for him, and he enthusiastically took on the responsibilities of being a father just as he approached his music career. Apart from his relationships, Johnny feels satisfied by giving back to the community and maintaining a connection with his fans. He frequently engages in benefit concerts and charity events, using his influence to advocate for causes that are important to him. Many people, both within and outside the music industry, have been won over by his down-to-earth nature and true kindness. Johnny has always had a passion for the outdoors, in addition to his music. Being raised in Sabinal, Texas, gave him a strong love for nature and a straightforward lifestyle. Throughout the years, he has taken pleasure in pastimes such as fishing and relaxing on the ranch, seeking solace in the calm moments away from performing. But how did Johnny's humble beginnings, despite landing in jail at a young age, serve as an inspiration to many? Humble beginnings. The story of Johnny Rodriguez started in Sabinal, Texas, a tiny town situated approximately 90 miles away from the Mexican border. Johnny was the second youngest in a large family of 10 children that he was born into. The Rodriguez family resided humbly in a small 4-room home with an abundance of love and resilience. Despite lacking material wealth, Johnny was raised in a bilingual home immersed in Mexican-American traditions which later shaped his distinctive musical approach. In spite of their limited resources, Johnny's early years showed great potential. He was an intelligent student, served as an altar boy at his neighborhood church, and led his junior high football team as captain. During his teenage years, life dealt him some tough blows despite his natural charisma and undeniable spark. At the age of 16, Johnny's father lost his battle with cancer, creating a gap within the family. Only 1 year later, his older brother Andres passed away in a car crash. Johnny was deeply impacted by these tragedies, causing him to face challenges and ultimately leading him down a troubled road. Johnny's life underwent a significant change at the age of 18 in 1969. He ended up behind bars due to mistakes he made when he was young. The well-known story goes that Johnny and his buddies were arrested for stealing and cooking a goat.
We wanted to have a barbecue, but nobody had no money or nothing like that, so we went out and stole some goats.
However, Texas Ranger Joaquin Jackson later explained that it was an outstanding fine that landed him in jail. No matter the cause, it was a crucial moment. Johnny spent his time in jail singing while sitting in his cell. Jackson was caught off guard when he heard the soulful, haunting, and raw sound of his voice.
And a Texas Ranger named Joaquin Jackson then had heard me sing there at that park, and he liked country music.
Jackson was amazed and brought up Johnny to Happy Shahan, a nearby promoter and proprietor of Alamo Village, a Wild West-themed tourist spot close to Sabinal. Intrigued, Shahan decided to give Johnny an opportunity, bringing him on board to entertain at the attraction. Johnny's work at Alamo Village wasn't just a means of earning money, it was a crucial source of support. He was provided with a platform to showcase his thoughts and a fresh motivation. In 1971, Johnny experienced another unforeseen change in fortune while performing at Alamo Village. Tom T. Hall and Bobby Bare, two iconic figures in country music, were in the audience. Hall, renowned for his expertise in lyrical storytelling, and Bare, a successful country music artist, quickly acknowledged Johnny's talent. They looked past the young man's rough exterior and recognized the promise in his voice and demeanor. They urged Johnny to take a leap of faith and relocate to Nashville, Tennessee, the epicenter of country music. Having only a guitar and $14, Johnny took their suggestion and went to Nashville. At only 21 years old, he was fueled by aspirations and supported by two experienced musicians. Hall not only provided guidance but also extended a job offer to Johnny, giving him the opportunity to lead his band and collaborate on songwriting.
I started working with my buddy Tom T. Hall. I was playing guitar in his group, and
This mentorship was extremely valuable, as it not just provided Johnny with exposure but also assisted in honing his skills. Hall scheduled a Mercury Records audition for Johnny less than a year after he moved to Nashville.
Well, like in Nashville, the music has changed, and I'll be honest with you,
The executives were impressed by the soulful voice and unique style of the young singer as he passionately performed "I Can't Stop Loving You" and "If I Left It Up to You." Mercury Records swiftly extended a recording contract to him without delay. Johnny quickly gained fame, beginning with his hit song "Pass Me By, If You're Only Passing Through." The song, featuring emotional lyrics and his unique mix of country and Latin styles, propelled him into the spotlight. The start of an impressive career would lead Johnny Rodriguez to become a pioneer in country music. Despite his challenging start, how did Johnny rise to become a cultural icon so quickly? Was his massive success solely due to his talent? Rise to stardom. Following his signing with Mercury Records, Johnny Rodriguez promptly made a name for himself as an up-and-coming talent in the country music scene. In 1972, his journey began with the release of his debut single, "Pass Me By, If You're Only Passing Through." The touching ballad resonated with audiences nationwide due to Johnny's emotional and sincere delivery. Reaching number 9 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart was an impressive start for an artist, especially one who is pioneering as the first prominent Hispanic in country music. Johnny continued to find success beyond his first single. In 1972, he was awarded the title of Most Promising Vocalist by the Academy of Country Music, a prediction that would come true. He was a newcomer in a genre that had been controlled by conventional voices for a long time, and his distinct style, a smooth mix of classic country and Latin influences, made him stand out. Singing in both English and Spanish made his music unique and attractive to fans, while also bringing diversity to the country music genre. In 1973, Johnny reached the top spot on the charts for the first time with "You Always Come Back to Hurting Me." The song showcased his talent for expressing intense feelings with his vocals. In that very year, he launched another popular song, "Ridin' My Thumb to Mexico," which he had penned himself. Johnny's status as a country music sensation was cemented by the infectious tune and relatable tale of wanderlust that resonated with audiences. Both tracks made it onto the Billboard Hot 100, demonstrating his ability to appeal to a wide audience. Johnny achieved another success with his first album, which was released in 1973. It reached the top spot on the Billboard Top Country Albums chart, solidifying his position in the industry. He received a nomination for Male Vocalist of the Year at the CMA Awards, recognizing how quickly he had become well-known. His unique style and voice were not just drawing in fans, but also gaining him the admiration of his colleagues. In addition to his musical success, Johnny also explored opportunities in television, displaying his skills as a diverse entertainer. He made an appearance on the well-known television series Adam 12, a police procedural show that was broadcast in the early 1970s. Even though his part was short, it showed his skill in engaging with viewers outside of performing arts. Johnny also appeared as a guest on the dating show The Dating Game in 1974. His charisma and charm were evident, making him even more popular with a wider audience. These public appearances increased his presence and exposed his music to individuals who may not typically enjoy country music. Johnny reached the peak of his career in the mid-1970s, In 1975, he dropped 3 singles that each hit #1 on the country charts: I Just Can't Get Her Out of My Mind, Just Get Up and Close the Door, and Love Put a Song in My Heart.
And is still in the fast lane of the country music world.
That's right, Tom. He's had 14 #1 hits.
Every track demonstrated Johnny's wide range as a singer. His performances were filled with genuineness and profundity, whether he was singing about heartbreak, passion, or joy. These songs have become anthems for country music enthusiasts and continue to be iconic even now. During this time period, Johnny's music included a combination of his original songs and renditions of classic tracks. He had a talent for putting his spin on popular songs. His performance of George Harrison's "Something" was a lovely translation that added a country touch to the iconic Beatles song. He also performed songs by Linda Hargrove, Mickey Newbury, and Billy Joe Shaver. These covers showcased his profound admiration for the art of songwriting and his talent for interpreting songs by different artists. By 1975, Johnny was frequently linked to the outlaw country scene, a genre highlighting musicians who went against mainstream Nashville norms. Johnny, along with Bobby Bare and Tom T. Hall, was among a collective that introduced a rawer, more intimate approach to country music. Being part of this movement wasn't solely about his music. It also pertained to his personal experience. Being a Mexican-American artist, Johnny faced and conquered major obstacles in order to reach his success, which made his influence in the outlaw country world even greater. Johnny Rodriguez's ascent to fame was revolutionary. He blazed a trail, opening doors for upcoming Hispanic artists in the country music industry. The unique sound he created was a result of his fusion of traditional country music with his Latin background. He did not simply sing tunes, he narrated tales that connected with individuals from various backgrounds. His music honored his origins, his challenges, and his victories. Despite his continued success, Johnny faced challenges that led to a decline in his career. Could this be why he stepped away from the spotlight? Challenges and controversies. Johnny Rodriguez experienced remarkable successes in the country music industry. However, like many other artists, he also encountered obstacles and controversies along the way. In spite of his great talent, his later life was clouded by personal issues, legal disputes, and shifts in the music business. Johnny's early run of hit songs started to decrease by the end of the 1970s. The outlaw country movement, once perfectly suited to his raw and personal style, was no longer as prominent. In 1979, he switched to Epic Records, aiming to rejuvenate his career with the help of famous producer Billy Sherrill. Johnny's first track with the record company, titled "Down on the Rio Grande," hit #6 on the country charts, indicating that he maintained a dedicated group of supporters. Yet his first album released with Epic was named Rodriguez and featured only cover songs, diverging from the original content that had led to his previous achievements. Despite Johnny's success in landing songs like "Fools for Each Other" and "What'll I Tell Virginia" in the top 20, he no longer maintained his previous status as a consistent chart topper. In the meantime, away from public view, his personal life was starting to fall apart. Johnny faced challenges with substance misuse, a fight that negatively impacted both his well-being and his professional life. Although his talent continued to be unambiguous, his struggles with substance misuse started to overshadow his achievements. Johnny continued to be a well-liked live performer despite facing these obstacles. His shows continued to attract audiences who loved his distinct mix of country and Latin elements. In 1982, he made a recording with Zella Lair called "Most Beautiful Girl, La Chica Más Linda," showcasing his skills in both English and Spanish. Nevertheless, the song did not succeed in bringing back his previous commercial triumph. The mid-1980s saw a combination of mild achievements and letdowns. Songs such as "Foolin' and How Could I Love Her So Much" helped Johnny return to the top 10. Yet his chart success was becoming more sporadic. He left Epic Records in 1986, signaling the conclusion of a chapter in his career. In 1987, he briefly worked with Capitol Records and put out the song "I Didn't, Every Chance I Had." In 1988, the song peaked at number 12 on the charts, marking his final significant success. Towards the end of the decade, Johnny departed from Capitol and his popularity in the mainstream started to diminish. Johnny's personal life took a darker turn as his music career started to slow down. His challenges reached a peak in August 1998 when he was part of a deadly firing at his residence in Sabinal, Texas. Johnny fatally fired a man aged 28, thinking he was an intruder. The situation of the incident was unclear and caused a media frenzy. Johnny stated that he acted in self-defense, believing the man was a burglar, however. His life came under intense scrutiny as a result of the case. The legal dispute that ensued proved to be one of the most difficult times Johnny had ever faced. In October of 1999, following a widely publicized trial, he was cleared of taking someone's life by a jury. Although he was acquitted of criminal charges, the trial had a negative impact on his reputation and career. The dispute caused some supporters and professionals in the industry to become distant, making it more challenging for Johnny to make a comeback in the music industry. During the 1990s, Johnny tried to revive his career by working on different projects. He made a record called Run for the Border for Intersound Records in 1993. The album showed his long-lasting love for music, but did not garner substantial commercial success. High Tone Records released his album You Can Say That Again a couple of years later, featuring his distinctive style but facing challenges in a music scene being taken over by fresh trends. Johnny kept going on tours at that time, entertaining devoted fans who still loved his past successful songs. In 1996, he agreed to a deal with Paula Records and put out the song One Bar at a Time. Regrettably, similar to his previous attempts, the song did not receive much attention. At this stage, Johnny had significantly faded from the country music scene.
Different people out in that area about recording there, but I hadn't thought about it.
Johnny's decline was partly caused by the changing trends in country music in the 1980s and 1990s. The type of music was changing, with a fresh group of musicians such as Garth Brooks and Shania Twain introducing a pop-influenced style to popular country music. Although these artists drew in large crowds, they simultaneously marginalized traditionalists like Johnny even more. His original mix of country and Latin styles, which was once pioneering, now appeared mismatched with the industry's changing trends. How did Johnny's career fare after this controversy? Was he able to bounce back? Later years and current activities. Over time, Johnny Rodriguez continued to stay unwavering in his passion for music and entertaining. Though his career and personal life had their highs and lows, his love for country music remained constant. After his prime years in the music industry, Johnny dedicated himself to reconnecting with his beginnings, loving live shows, and safeguarding his pioneering status in country music. Johnny has been on extensive tours since 1998, showcasing his music to both longtime and new supporters.
Take a tour out and take the mariachis with me and plus my band.
He has traveled extensively in the United States and beyond, showcasing his talents in countries such as Switzerland, Poland, South Korea, Canada, Mexico, and the United Kingdom. Starting out with modest beginnings, these global tours proved how beloved he still is and how his music transcends borders. Whether he was playing in intimate local theaters or prestigious venues such as the Ryman Auditorium and Carnegie Hall, Johnny consistently delivered a genuine and heartfelt performance that connected deeply with his fans. In 2012, Johnny's first live album, Johnny Rodriguez Live from Texas, marked a notable moment in his later career. This record captured the unrefined energy and passion of his live shows, reminding followers why they had originally been drawn to his music. Showcasing a blend of his timeless favorites and new songs, the album highlighted Johnny's talent in engaging with his fans and solidified his position in the realm of country music. Despite changes in the country music industry, Johnny continued to be highly regarded by the community. His impact as a pioneering Hispanic artist in country music opened doors for future generations. Artists and fans have both kept on honoring his revolutionary impact on the genre. His talent in combining traditional country music with his Mexican roots is frequently acknowledged, distinguishing him and making a significant mark on the music industry. Johnny's career continues to be anchored by his live performances. He keeps on traveling across the United States and Canada, entertaining audiences at fairs, festivals, and special events. He frequently includes beloved songs like Pass Me By, If You're Only Passing Through, Ride in My Thumb to Mexico, and You Always Come Back to Hurting Me in his set lists, along with more recent tracks that showcase his continued artistic innovation. Those who go to his shows frequently comment on how his voice has maintained its deep, expressive tone throughout the years. During these performances, Johnny's talent for storytelling is evident as he recounts stories about his songs and his life experiences. In addition to his performances, Johnny has also made efforts to protect his legacy. He actively interacts with his fans by participating in meet-and-greet events and promoting engagement on various social media platforms. This availability has aided him in retaining a dedicated fan base, even as emerging country artists gain popularity. He shows gratitude for the support he has received throughout his career by making efforts to stay connected to his audience. Alongside his performances, Johnny has made efforts to guarantee that his music remains a source of inspiration for generations to come. He has participated in projects that honor the heritage of country music, such as interviews and documentaries that showcase his pioneering role. His involvement in these initiatives preserves his legacy, ensuring that his influence on the genre is not forgotten and is valued. Johnny has also welcomed working with other artists, joining tribute concerts and special events that unite musicians from various genres within country music. These sightings act as a reflection of his lasting impact and the admiration he holds in the profession. Other artists frequently talk about Johnny's kindness, modesty, and commitment to his art, characteristics that have made him beloved by both fans and fellow artists. Even though he has encountered difficulties, Johnny Rodriguez continues to be a representation of strength and determination. His passion for music and his commitment to spreading it worldwide have ensured his continued relevance in the constantly evolving world of country music. Johnny excels at telling stories through his songs and connecting with his audience, whether he's on stage in a crowded concert hall or a cozy, intimate setting. Is Johnny's legacy defined only by his setbacks, or has he managed to make a lasting impact on the music world today? Legacy and cultural impact. Johnny Rodriguez's passage in the world of country music is not only a story of individual victory, but also of great cultural importance. Johnny, the first significant Hispanic artist to excel in the genre, is known for clearing the path for other Hispanic musicians and offering a unique perspective to country music. His impact went further than just his popular songs and long-lasting shows. He transformed the genre and motivated generations of artists to come. There is no denying Johnny's impact on upcoming Hispanic artists. Prior to his coming, country music was mostly influenced by voices and stories that were based on Anglo-American customs. Johnny, on the other hand, introduced a completely fresh approach. By effortlessly singing in both English and Spanish, he combined classic country tunes with aspects of his Mexican background, crafting a special sound that mesmerized listeners. His songs, such as Ridin' My Thumb to Mexico and You Always Come Back to Hurting Me, not only conveyed universal themes of love and heartbreak, but also connected with listeners through their cultural authenticity. Johnny served as a symbol of potential for numerous up-and-coming Hispanic artists. His achievement demonstrated that the country music genre could encompass a variety of voices, and that a person of Mexican-American descent could not just be part of it, but also succeed in it. Artists such as Rick Trevino and the band La Energía Norteña, along with musicians Freddie Fender and Emilio Navarra, have acknowledged Johnny as an influence. He demonstrated to them that they could maintain their original identity while still making a difference in popular country music. Johnny's pioneering efforts in broadening the genre were recognized. Throughout his career, he has been awarded many accolades in appreciation of his efforts. He received recognition from 3 U.S. presidents, Jimmy Carter, George H.W. Bush, and George W. Bush, for his impact as both a musician and a cultural ambassador. Performing at George H.W. Bush's first ball was a moment of great pride, highlighting the respect Johnny had gained within the highest echelons of American society. In 2007, Johnny entered the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame, a fitting honor for his position as one of Texas's most iconic musicians. While delivering his acceptance speech, Johnny modestly discussed his path and how his music was influenced by his upbringing in Sabinal, Texas. This induction was more than just honoring his accomplishments. It was a declaration of the obstacles he overcame and opportunities he created for others. In 2010, 3 years later, Johnny was honored with the Institute of Hispanic Culture Pioneer Award. This recognition emphasized his position as the foremost Hispanic singer in country music and his work in uniting cultures through his music. Johnny found this award especially significant because it not only recognized his musical skills, but also the cultural influence of his work. Johnny's impact is solidified not only through accolades and praise, but also through the narratives of those he influenced. Supporters frequently express how his music instilled them with a feeling of pride in their culture or solace during challenging moments. For a lot of people, listening to Johnny sing in Spanish on popular country radio was a historic moment that gave them a sense of visibility and representation. Johnny's ability to bounce back from challenges is another important feature of his lasting impact. He faced various challenges in his career, including personal struggles and the evolving landscape of the music industry. Still, he maintained his passion for music without ever surrendering. His capacity to adjust and persist despite difficulties has turned him into a symbol of resilience for artists and fans alike. Johnny's story showcases perseverance, demonstrating that skill and genuineness can triumph over even the most challenging hurdles. Today, Johnny still looks back on his musical contributions with gratitude and humility. Frequently, he discusses the pleasure of being on stage and the relationships he has formed with his global fan base. Johnny finds more satisfaction in knowing that his music has positively impacted people's lives than in receiving awards or recognition. His impact on the country music genre and its fans cannot be denied. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.